I put this slide up to demonstrate the level of commitment that we make to negotiation training in WPP. And this is a snapshot of a year. We do this stuff every year and have done now for 8 or 9 years. At the bottom of the pyramid here, we have kind of entry level. We've been experimenting with online negotiation training using an American company called CorpU. We've kind of settled on a 3-week online course, 50, 60 people going through it at a time. It has its place. We've had mixed reactions to it, mixed successes to it, but we think it has its place and we continue to experiment. Great way to get people through some form of negotiation training in a very cost-effective way. And by the way, if I'm teaching negotiation training in WPP, I've got a class of 20 people, and I often start the training with how many of you have done negotiation training before? 10%. 10%, 15%, absolute max. And the more senior I go in an agency organization, the less that percentage gets. And it was usually a very long time ago. Right, so last year, 250 plus people through some kind of online negotiation training. The volume stuff we do is the bit in the middle. We start getting into face-to-face training at that point. We've created over the years an internal, highly tailored, very much in our world, one-day workshop, typically for up to 20 people. We've done train the trainers around the world, so you know it's a fairly large group of people now who train this stuff, 20 plus people doing it around the world. Over 1,000 people every year going through that internal negotiation training. Okay, internally created, internally delivered at no cost other than T&E costs of people flying around the world to do it if required. At the top of the pyramid there, we work with one of the sponsors who are sponsoring the course today. Good plug for you guys. Did I get that right? Yeah. Right, thank you. Scott Work at the back there. Right. We've worked with Scott Work for 5 or 6 years now. And we call it intensive skills development. We actually take people off site, 3 days, video everything, replay everything. Very intensive stuff. Expensive? Reassuringly expensive, yes. He's been telling me that for years, and I get the pleasure of negotiating the Scott Work contract. It's wonderful. Right. My point is this. You have to train to change behavior. Training needs to be done at multiple levels. You have to give people the ability to grow their skills, this critical skill, as they go through their career. And we put a lot of effort into it.